for the last 1 month, you can say 44 days or 45 days.
5 days.
And even earlier, the way you all had prepared for this exposition and everything, you must have been satisfied with everything the way it has gone according to your will.
Yes, I can say that I am satisfied, and more than satisfied, because some things that we had not overseen, or foreseen, I would have said, even those things were put in place. And you can say it is through the powerful intervention of St. Francis Xavier. Some things we had planned, but then God plans better than us and more than us. And that is what I have seen also. Sometimes what we have not foreseen, God already foresees that. And then this is what I have seen during these 45 days. And that's why I can say I'm happy, I'm thankful to God, thankful to all those people who have collaborated, thankful to the Archbishop, Cardinal Philippe Neri-Ferrand, who had entrusted to me this responsibility as a convener. Thankful to all the church bodies, the priests, the sisters, the wonderful lay people who have been praying, who have been supporting. Thankful also to the government. Without the support of the government, such a wonderful arrangement, infrastructure, facilities would not have been possible. And that's why I'm grateful also to which I have always been saying, grateful also to the government very much.
Father, tell us, this is not a 45 days planning. This planning must have started long way back. Tell us about that start. If you could elaborate when you started.
The Archbishop had appointed the committee for the exposition 2 years ago. And we from our side, we had started the planning 2 years ago. We had our meetings. There were so many activities that were held as a preparation, the spiritual preparation at the diocesan level. For example, the quiz competition, the faith sharing competitions at the school level, for the higher secondary level in collaboration with the Diocesan Catechetical Center. So there were so many activities that were planned during the 2 years, and the climax of that was this 45 days, because we always said it is not only the 45 days that are important, but the preparation for those 45 days. And that is what the church had given a lot of importance to.
Father, in this preparation from the last 2 years, what do you say? Any hiccups that you had to go through as a convener, and then you were able to make it up or tackle it?
From the church side, I would say the journey was also smooth. And also from the government side, I always had my fears, because it was not because the government would not collaborate, but because it was for me for the first time as a convener, working with the government, collaborating with the government. So I had my anxieties, my fears, but then those anxieties, I think, were not needed, very rational, because I have seen a wonderful collaboration from the government. There were ups and downs, there were obstacles, but obstacles that were always overcome. We used to sit together, we used to review our own decisions, we used to change the decisions wherever needed, but always in dialogue with one another, always in collaboration. We had a wonderful collaboration with the government, and I think that worked. The fruits of that collaboration were seen by the people, and people have appreciated that.
Frequent meetings was also a plus point, review meetings you can say?
I don't have a count of the number of meetings with the government that we had, but these meetings were so frequent, and sometimes I would wonder whether these meetings are really needed, but yes, they were needed, needed. And if we can see the results today, it was because of the meticulous, the detailed planning. This year, I could say, for this exposition, we went into the very basics. Each and every detail was taken care of. For example, people appreciate the cleanliness of of the washrooms, the toilets that are around, the surrounding, the roads, the footpaths are clean. That was also a concern. Each and every detail was attended to with a lot of government departments, and all have collaborated. So those meetings, I would say, I don't have a count as I said, but lot of meetings. Sometime morning, evening, we would meet. No?
Father, one more thing we would like to know is like from the church side you were there, Father Lawrence. From the government side you have seen Minister Alex Ikir, Commissioner Sandeep Jekis. So how do you see their roles and all?
From the first day, I would say their role and also our collaboration was very positive. No? The very fact that Sandeep Jekis as a commissioner, we had a meeting with the Archbishop before we began everything. No? We went to meet the Archbishop also to take his mind how to go about. Sandeep was there with me. Sir Alesh came in a lot later, but then his role also was very, very crucial and was needed. But we gelled well, no? With Sandeep, Sir Alesh, Father Lawrence, myself, and with all the functional area heads. The decision that were taken, we were together. As I have said, all the decisions were taken in consultation with one another.
One thing we would like to know, was there a fear that whether these things would fall in place from the government side, like you said, then everything was in place, what it is?
The fear was more because of, as you know, the rains were not stopping. Even 10 days before the exposition, it rained heavily. And my apprehension, fear was more because of the rains, not because of the government. No? Because I knew, I was very much positive that the government would deliver. That was always my hope. But then also to deliver, the roads to be done, the infrastructure, we also need good weather condition. That's why I was a little fearful. But from the government side, you know, they have done their best, they have given their best, no? And that is a plus point.
How would you react on this one? Over 1,200 volunteers that responded to your call and they were there for the 45 days help.
They are to be appreciated, no? They were the face of the exposition. I have got a lot of positive reviews for the work of the services of the volunteers. They have given their time, their services. I know some of them have even had to leave their jobs. Some have travelled from UK. But we have become in this 45 days like a family. Yesterday when we had a get together and a small dinner for all the volunteers, as you know, you were there also. Almost 800 volunteers were there. Some could not make it. But we have become like a family. Now St. Francis Xavier has made us one family. And that's the beauty of so many young people who have given themselves. This year I had also not brought in the NSS, the Scouts and Guides, because I always thought we have so many youngsters in our parishes who can give their services. That was also my target, and that's why I wanted them to also have an experience.
So Father, tell us about from the liturgical side also, as far as the novenas, every day 8 novenas in a day.
Every day there were 8 masses. There was a team that was looking after only the liturgy. Also under the guidance of Father Patricio, Father Candido also was there. The deacons have helped so much every day, morning, evening. Also in the beautiful ministry of reconciliation, the confession ministry, Father Candid and the deacons, Father Patricio have taken care of, I would say, everything that was happening on the side of the Basilica with another huge team of volunteers. I don't think there were any also ups and downs as far as liturgy is concerned. Everything went on so smoothly. Father Ashley, Father Elvis, Father Mario Costa, they were also involved in the planning of the liturgy, distribution of the priests, who will celebrate Mass, when, which day. It was planned well in advance.
Tell us about the plus point of Pilgrim village.
The Pilgrim village was a wonderful idea. No? 10 years ago, there were barracks that were put up for pilgrims, but I remember those barracks were in different places. They were not in one place, one location. The plus point this time was all the barracks, 17 barracks were together, and we named it as a Pilgrim village. No? And being together, it also helped, because the team that was put up to run the Pilgrim village, I would say they developed a family atmosphere with all those pilgrims who were coming for the Christmas day. They were singing carols there, they had meal together. So it was more like giving a divine experience to those pilgrims. Now that was also our focus, not only come and stay and go back, but give them a taste of the divine.
Father, in this exposition, there was also one important thing about the carriage, the casket, where we have heard that the first idea was given to you long back, and then you said go ahead. How this concept, because it really resembles the inside part.
Yeah, in fact, to have a carriage or to carry the relics on a carriage was an idea that was born, an initiative, because I saw the past expositions and somehow I was not very happy with the procession, the arrangement. No? And I thought we need to do it better. No? We cannot compromise the solemnity, the spirituality, the religiosity of the procession. And because of that, I said we will go ahead with a carriage. And all of you have seen it was such a wonderful thing, and people have appreciated that.
And lastly, what would be the message outcome from this 45 days exposition, and as a convener?
I would have said all of us, the entire Archdiocese of Goa and Daman, we have prayed for this exposition. No? We have given our best. I would have said this event of the exposition is of the Archdiocese of Goa and Daman. It is not only an event that I have organized or of the Archbishop, but the entire diocese. We have collaborated, we have worked, people have worked in various ways. So I'm grateful to all of them. As I have said, I'm grateful to the government and also to each and every member of the church, because we were the hosts. The Archdiocese of Goa and Daman, we are the hosts, and millions of people have come and experienced the goodness of the Archdiocese. I think we have become messengers of the good news. That is, we have to be proud of that in a little way, people have experienced that message of the gospel.
And finally, how would you react and how would you respond to those various lovely messages which you all have got for the good work you all have done, made in various forms: volunteers, the buggy system, the e-rickshaw, the traffic management, the government, everything?
A lot of positive messages, yes, and we are grateful to them, because I also know that there are people who appreciate, and that culture of appreciating something which is done well is a good thing. So many people have appreciated the efforts. It's very kind from their part, and I am grateful to them, because that gave us the boost from the very beginning. A lot of positive things. Soon after the opening day, when people saw the solemn procession, we started receiving a lot of positive messages, and that, I think, gave us a push that yes, we can do it, and we have to give our best for the next 45 days.
It was a wonderful experience, Father, and thanks to you.
Thank you.
And hope to see this in the next 10 years.
Thank you, Kenzil, also for covering this exposition in various ways, for giving us the media publicity. God bless you.
Thank you, Father.